You know, can't go wrong with making dinner for Mom. Wouldn't that be nice if your daughter made dinner for you?
It would be great. I wish she was home this weekend, but
she's
have
away,
to do it when she gets back.
away at college. But, you know, I love the meal that we put together because it's not too hard. But it's a wow factor. It's different than probably what Mom normally has. So we made the trifle for dessert with the chocolate and raspberries. And I don't know what Mom doesn't like a great pasta. I know.
Oh, yes.
I do. And then also a great gift idea for Mom. Tell us about this new cookbook.
Yes, actually, we're just introducing this great big cheese cookbook. It's a great book that'd be perfect for Mother's Day. It has 500 pages with over 300 recipes featuring Wisconsin cheese. All of them have Wisconsin cheese in it. And there's appetizers, there's breakfast, there's soups, salads, entrees, desserts, everything you could ever think of. And it's just beautifully photographed, step-by-step directions, lots of tips and ideas on how to cook with cheese. And it's a great book. Everyone would love to have that in their collection.
I'm right there with you. I love cheese and I collect cookbooks. So
yeah, you can find
nice.
it in bookstores right now or online. It's real easy to get. It's a great idea.
And again, it's called the Great Big Cheese Cookbook. Love the name. Well, one of the recipes in the cookbook that I jumped right out at me. It's a real quick, easy but delicious pasta dish because I'm all about, you know, quick and easy, but it's a little bit gourmet, a little bit more, you know, it's
a little bit different.
And,
it's actually featuring one of our Wisconsin cheeses, Wisconsin gorgonzola cheese, and that's what makes it a little bit different than your regular kind of pasta sauce that you make. It's a cream sauce with gorgonzola, which is kind of an earthy flavored type of cheese. It's similar to blue cheese in that respect, and it does combine well with pasta. Okay. So what we're going to start with first is preparing our sauce, and I have 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to add some onion, about a cup of onion that's been chopped up, and about 2 garlic cloves that have been smashed and minced. And we're going to cook that till it's translucent, typical of what you would do with onion and garlic.
Okay, so we're going to get this, you know, about 5 minutes. Yeah. Now, in our kettle over here, we boiled up some pasta. Now, any kind of pasta would work, but what kind are we using today?
We're using panna pasta. That's the kind of a tube-type pasta that's maybe about, you know, 1.5 to 2 inches long.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and it works great with this so that you can actually eat this with a spoon. Or even a fork. But
or bow-tie pasta,
whatever,
something nice.
Something like that.
So
versus the spaghetti.
And don't overcook your pasta, and that's the first way to ruin a dish.
That's right. Al dente is really what you want.
So I'm going to get that draining there. Okay. All right. Now, what else? We can just talk about what else is in the sauce.
What else we're going to put in as soon as this onion and garlic are sauteed a little. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic now because that butter in there is really going to help it to not burn as long as we keep it stirring there. Is we're going to add a little bit of broth in just a minute here. And you can use either vegetable broth or chicken broth. I think that's about, it looks like it's about ready there.
I also like this recipe because there's not a lot of ingredients and it's really affordable.
Yeah.
You know, so even if you don't want to do this recipe for Mom, it's a great dinner party recipe. It's a great date night recipe because, you know, we're all watching our pennies these days, and, you know, this is just pasta and some gorgonzola cheese. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Okay.
Yeah, so we want to get that boiling there, and this is about a cup, again, of vegetable stock or chicken stock.
Okay.
You want to cook that, well, maybe a few minutes till it actually reduces a little bit.
Okay.
So all that flavor from the onion and garlic infuses into that.
Sure, so reduce it down a little bit, thickens it a little bit.
Right. And then once that's reduced, then we're actually going to add our pasta to that.
Okay.
And cook that for about 3-4 minutes.
So really, don't overcook that pasta because it's going to cook again.
Right. So because we're going to add our cream. Actually, I'm using some heavy cream. This is 8 ounces of heavy cream. And we don't want to put that in too soon so that it burns.
Okay.
And then we have our gorgonzola cheese, and again, I have the crumble type.
Okay.
I have 1 cup of that.
Lost a noodle, but that's okay. 1 noodle overboard. All right, so our heavy cream.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to add 1 cup of heavy cream there.
Which I'm liking this recipe more and more.
Yeah. And again, you want to cook to make sure that it kind of thickens a little bit too. If we have a little bit more time there. And then we're going to add 1 cup of the Wisconsin gorgonzola cheese, the crumble type, which just has a real earthy flavor, a lot of flavor to it, so that it really mixes well with the pasta. We can also a little bit of pepper and salt.
I wish you could smell this at home. It's just fabulous. And if you're worried about gorgonzola cheese, blue cheese, because it's a little bit strong, the the cream really kind of mellows it out a little
yes,
bit.
it does,
Yeah.
yes. And it actually provides a little pretty color to it as well. And while you're mixing that,
So
Amy,
a little bit of pepper. What else did we put
I
in
put a
there?
little bit of salt,
A little bit
too.
of salt,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, to taste, and you might have to adjust that based on your needs there.
Okay.
And then you do want to cook that down a little bit there.
Okay.
And then at the end, it does say just to thin it a little bit or provide a little fresh flavor, we're going to add a little bit of lemon, about a half of the lemon. Just do it up this way so we can kind of watch those seeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to give that little bit of zing at the end, freshen it up. We've got all these rich ingredients, the blue cheese and the heavy cream, and that's a way to kind of lighten it up just a little bit, make it a little fresh. So that's it. We're done pretty much.
We're done, and we
That
can actually
sauce
put
is
it into
starting to thicken a little
starting
bit.
to thicken a little bit, so that if you cook it a little bit longer, it will thicken. And then put it into a nice big
bring
bowl.
this whole bowl out to the table. It's very rustic, very in right now. Just bring the whole gorgeous bowl right there.
And then I like to actually kind of sprinkle it with a little bit more.
Oh yeah, I'm
of
with
the
you.
cheese.
And that's to show everybody what's in there.
There we go.
And I was thinking if you wanted to add something else, some grilled sliced chicken breast on top,
that
some
would probably
grilled
be perfect with it.
shrimp or whatever. Just if you wanted
This
to
could
add
be a
that.
main dish, or even could be a side dish with, if you were maybe barbecuing some chicken on the grill or something like that.
A little bit of parsley on the top.
Yep, a little bit of parsley there.
Serve it with some bread.
Yep. There you go.
Right there. Now we're talking. Wow, that looks fabulous. There it is. It's the gorgonzola pasta, penne pasta with that quick, easy gorgonzola cream sauce. Mom will love it. Recipes on our website. You can also get it by calling.
Calling our 800 number, 800-747-9662, and they'll send the recipe right out to you.
Or it's one of the recipes featured in the Great Big Cheese Cookbook.
That's right.
Karen's going to stick around. So we've got dessert, we've got the main course. I think we need a wonderful, fresh, different salad. We've got one for you with strawberries, Gouda cheese. It's going to be really Gouda.